To achieve 90 in your listening and writing module, do follow this technique in your summarized spoken text task.
Sentences or symbols used in the transmission of the message. Let's take a step in a particular language with a particular meaning. The sentence also utilizes grammar, which is a recognized way to structure words forming a sentence. It exists in all communication. Semantic noise doesn't involve sound, but rather ambiguity in words, sentences, or other symbols used in communication. The ambiguity is caused because everybody sees a different meaning in the same words, phrases, or sentences. The differences in interpretation can be quite small, even undetectable, in regular communication between people from the same culture, age, education, and experience.
So when the audio was playing, I was taking notes. Some of the notes are in the form of a phrase and some of them are in keyword format. For example, the first line is semantic noise is a type of disturbance in information. Then from the next line, I've taken out keywords, which is larger framework. I'm going to combine both of them, or I can generate a new line, including these two words related to semantic noise. Then the third phrase is transfers communication from one person to another. Then the next one is particular language with particular meaning. Then it says interferes with interpretation, and then ambiguity in words, symbols, and languages. I can combine all these keywords and phrases into a proper template. If you want, you can use your own template. Just make sure the structure has to be accurate, which means it must have an introduction and you have to provide a body information statement using moreover, the speaker mentioned, or the speaker explained, using those phrases, and then you can provide the conclusion by saying finally, the lecture in the end, or the lecture concluded by saying this. So by this way, you can insert these notes and get higher scores in this task. Thank you. Follow for more tips.